Now, once you get your sales letter and graphics back, you need to actually create the website for your sales letter. Now, I don't have a PLR product or a sales letter for this right now, but I do have a product I had developed. I got graphics for it, and I had a sales letter written for it. I'll be using it to show you how to pull all of this together. Let me show you how to do it right now. Okay, I had this product created called Bounty Hunter Cash. Here are the graphics like I showed you. Remember, with the index page and everything, so we can create our sales letter on. And here is the sales letter that my sales letter guy over from the Warrior Forum did for me. So I can now go into my graphics, and I want to get all of this, including my index page. I'm just going to copy, and I'm going to paste it in a new folder called Site. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can edit this. You can use a what you see is what you get editor, like InView. And if we open this up, open up the index page, I would just simply come in here, delete all of this out, and then I could just start typing in whatever I want here, or just copying and pasting all this over, okay? I do not use what you see is what you get editors because they are a pain in the butt to me, okay? I do everything in raw HTML. So I want to show you guys how I do this. Now, don't panic. HTML is really, really easy. I'll walk you through this, okay? So I'm going to use a regular HTML editor, not a what you see is what you get editor, but a regular HTML editor. I'm using QFTP. It comes with an HTML editor, and that's what I use. So what I want to do here is I want to do File, Open File, and I'm going to navigate to my Bounty Hunter Cash, Site, and Index. So that's going to pull that right up. Okay, and if you do Tools, View in Browser, as you make changes, you're going to be able to see your changes, okay? So I'm going to get rid of everything below the header, all the way down to where it says footer, okay? If I get rid of all that, and I click Save, all that stuff is gone. So now I can start putting in my text. So we would do text goes here. If we save that, and we look at it, text goes here. Now, we have an issue because it's bringing this outside of this border here, okay? We don't want that. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go in and create a table. This has a great little table maker here. And what I do is I just always do table align equals center. And everything is going to go between these two, this little TD here. It doesn't matter how much space you put in here, it's not going to show up in the HTML because you have to actually do an HTML call to make a line break, okay? And that call's like BR. I'll show you guys in just a second. So this is where my sales letter is going to go, but I want to make the width about 20 to 30 pixels less. So mine will be TD width equals, quote, quote, come in between the quotes, and we're going to do 750 here, okay? Click Save. If I look at that, you won't be able to see anything because I forgot to put text in it, so let's go put text goes here. And we need to make it a little bit smaller because you see how it's buttoned up to it? It's getting closer, but it's still buttoned up. So let's go down to 730. There we go. So see how that puts a gap right in here? That's what you want, okay? And I would probably even do a little bit more of one. So I'll probably even go down to 720 here. Click Save. And there we go. We have an even bigger gap now right here. And that's exactly what you want. Now, I want to start taking this text, and I'm going to copy and paste it right in here. Now, if I was to just save this like it is, it's going to just throw everything together here, okay? So we've got to come in, we've got to put some line breaks, and we need to make, this a header. And just because you put something, if you, hit return, it's not going to make it go down on a different line, okay? So what I'm going to do is what's called an H1 tag, and it's less than, H1, greater than, then less than, /H1, greater than. If you don't end an HTML call, it will continue formatting it that way until you do end it, okay? So if we look at this now, see how that H1 is? So what I want to do is I want to come back and do H1, align equals center, okay? And I want to make this text red. So I'm going to come up here, click my little text button, and it'll allow me to just pick a color. That's what's cool about this HTML editor. You don't have to know a ton of HTML to be able to use it. So if we look now, there we go. Now, this, I don't like how it threw everything on one line here. So I would go in and probably edit that a little bit so that it looked a little better. So here's how to. So we do, here is how to quickly and easily become a bounty hunter. No matter what level experience you have. So let's see if just by adding a few of those words, there we go, experience you have. Still like, like one more word in there, just to make it look a little bit better, but I'll leave it just as it is, okay? Now up here where it says attention, I want to bold it, and I'm also going to turn it red. Click OK, save, and there we go. Now let's say we wanted to change the font type here. If you click on this A button, go up here, and let's say I want to do it in Arial. But I actually want to do it in Verdana. So I'm just going to type in Verdana. Click OK and save. And there we go. Now everything's in Verdana. I like Verdana much, much better. So I'm going to come through here now. And I'm going to do a couple of line breaks. To do 2 line breaks, which is an actual space, you need to do BRs. And that's less than BR space / greater than. Less than BR space / greater than. Okay? Do that. And do that. I'm going to bold it all. Click save, and now let's see what that looks like. I'm not real crazy about what that looks like, okay? We can make it bigger if we wanted to. We could do it just like this, and that's probably what I'll do. So I'm gonna make all of this centered. So I'm gonna do less than P space align equals quote greater than. Come between the quotes and do center. Now you got to end it, remember, or everything below this will be centered. So right after your bold mark, we're gonna do less than / P greater than. Oops. Less than, not comma. And let's say we make this bigger. So do font. Let's do +1. Okay. Click save. Now we're starting to look a little bit better. I'd probably go in here instead of +1, change this to +2 and see what happens. Might make it too big then, though. Yeah, see, that's just too big. And there are ways to, make it exactly the size that you want. Like I said, w3schools.com will teach you a lot about HTML, okay? Anybody who's doing their own sites needs to be able to know a little HTML. If not, then you need to outsource it, plain and simple. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit more here, and then you guys can go try this yourself. So if I put this in here, remember, wherever you want spaces, you got to do that whole BR thing, okay? So and I'm just Control-Ving. That's pasting. Okay, so I want to do from bold, my name, and the reply here will be bold. And I like to italicize and bold where I'm talking to the person, where I do the dear whatever, and do you're wrong, dead wrong, And I can just come through here, you know, like secrets, because it has quotes, I would italicize. What secrets are they talking about? Here they are. Maybe bold that. And if we go and we look now, there we go. Our sales letter has now gotten started. So what you need to do is once you get your graphics back, follow what I've taught you here. If you can't do it in HTML, then use InView. If you can't do it in InView, then you're gonna have to outsource it. People get so hung up on the techie stuff. But you could go over to the Warrior Forum or places like guru.com or elance.com and find people to do this stuff for you really, really cheap. Don't let the techie stuff hold you back, okay? So there you go. Use what I just taught you here, and every PLR product you buy, if you'll get new graphics for it and a new sales letter for it, you will stand above the crowd with it. You'll make more money this way and probably a ton more sales. So go find a PLR product right now. Go order graphics for it. Get a sales letter done for it. Put a little bit of money into it. Take it, set it up maybe on like clickbait.com or pay.com or payspree.com and see what you can do to make some money with it. It all starts right now. Congratulations, Congratulations, you just got through the first PLR Cash class.